and welcome back to my Crochet for Let's Crochet channel. Today we are going to learn how to do the pumpkin coaster. And I'm excited for this because this is turning into the fall season and it's perfect for getting ready for Thanksgiving break. And what you are going to need are some yarn, orange and green for the body and the stem, and you will need a hook. I am using a size 4.5mm hook. You will also need scissors for snipping off the ends of the yarn, and you will also need a tapestry needle for weaving in your ends. So once you got all of those together, let's go ahead to the table and get started. Hi everybody, and welcome back to the crafting table. Today we are going to be working on the pumpkin coaster. And you will need to know how to do the magic circle technique, and I will include that in the video description down below. So this is a good little project to get started on, and it just gives you more practice on how to do a circle in general. So let's grab our yarn and get started. So in order to start the body of our pumpkin, we want to chain 2 so that we have a total of 3 chains. Once we've done that, we are going to double crochet 11 times into the circle, and that will bring us to a total of 12 double crochets, because we are counting the chain 3 as a double crochet. So if you remember from our tutorial, we want to yarn over and then insert our hook through the ring and underneath the tail. Grab our yarn, pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we want to yarn over and pull through 2 again. And then we have our first double crochet in the ring. I'll show you guys one more time and then let you guys go so that you guys can go ahead and double crochet 11 more so that you have a total of 12. There we go. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And just remember that this chain 3 will also be counted as a double crochet. So when you're finished, you should have a total of 12 double crochets within your ring. So now we have a total of 12 double crochets. To close it, we are going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 and start row 2. Row 2, you want to start with 3 chains. And then into each stitch around, we are going to double crochet twice. We are going to skip this stitch because it is the stitch that we join our round in. And I am going to go ahead and show you the first 3 and release you guys, and I will meet you back at the end of row 2. So skip that one. Go into the second one, and you should have 22 stitches at the end of your row. It's not too big of a deal if you don't. So there was one stitch, and then double crochet into the next stitch twice. And we are just double crocheting twice into the same stitch all the way around. So there's 2. And here is the 3rd stitch. There's 1. And then 2. Okay, so you guys go ahead and finish off the row, and I'll meet you back when you have all of your stitches done for row 2. For row 3, we are basically going to be repeating the pattern that we did for row 2 all the way until we reach the middle stitch. And then with these 2 stitches, we are just going to slip stitch and then repeat the pattern all the way around until we reach the false stitch. So we're going to yarn over and then double crochet twice into each stitch until we reach the halfway mark. There's 1, there's 2, there's 1, and 2. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, and then we'll meet in the middle of the circle. Here we are at the middle of our circle, and we are now going to slip stitch into these 2 stitches right here. And then I'm just going to repeat the pattern that I've been doing all the way around the rest of the circle. So there's 1, and then there's 2. So when you start this half double crochet, you don't need to chain 3. So just double crocheting twice into the same stitch all the way around until we reach our false stitch. So if you are a little unsure of how many stitches that you have right now, you can always go back and count them. And right now you should have a total of 22 double crochets. And now we want to finish off our row with a slip stitch and chain 3 to start row 3. And that will be our final row of increasing, and then we can snip off our end and weave it in. So there's our slip knot or a slip stitch, and then we are going to chain 3. So there's 1, 2, 3, and there is the beginning of row 3. So row 3, we are basically going to be repeating the pattern that we did row 2 all the way until we reach the middle stitch. And then with these 2 stitches, we are just going to slip stitch. And then repeat the pattern all the way around until we reach the false stitch. So we're going to yarn over and then double crochet twice into each stitch until we reach the halfway mark. There's 1, there's 2, there's 1, and 2. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go, and then we'll meet in the middle of the circle, or just before the middle of the circle, and I'll show you what we're going to do for that part. Here we are at the middle of our circle, and we are now going to slip stitch into these 2 stitches right here. And then I'm just going to repeat the pattern that I've been doing all the way around the rest of the circle. So there's 1, and then there's 2. So when you start this half double crochet, you don't need to chain 3. So we're just double crocheting twice into the same stitch all the way around until we reach our false stitch. Okay, you should now have a total of 42 double crochets all the way around. So to finish our row, we are going to slip stitch into the chain 3, into the top of the chain 3 that we did at the beginning. And we have finished the body of our pumpkin. So just slip stitch through there. Grab our scissors. Snip off the yarn. Tie a knot. And weave in our ends. And that is the body of our pumpkin. So now what you want to do is grab your green yarn, and then we can add the stem. Okay, what you want to do is take your green yarn and make a slip knot. Take your hook, and then take the body of your pumpkin and insert your hook into the top of the stitch right there. And just as if you're changing colors, you will pull your hook through the stitch and then chain 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once you've got the chain 4, you want to go into the second chain from the hook and single crochet all the way down and slip stitch back into your pumpkin, and then you will have a cute little stem. So there's the last single crochet, and now I'm going to slip stitch back into the very same stitch that I started from. There's your stem. Grab your scissors, snip up your yarn, pull it through, and then weave in your end, and you've got a nice little stem to your pumpkin. So here's what your poster looks like so far with your little stem and the body of the pumpkin. So now we want to grab our green yarn again, make a slip knot, and then take our hook, and then we want to stitch it right into that stitch on the bottom. Going over both. Then we want to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once we've done that, we are going to we are going to single crochet all the way down into each stitch twice. And what that does is it creates a little purling effect. So there's 1, 2, 3, and already my little leaf is wanting to curl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Once we've done all that, we are going to slip stitch into that same stitch, and we are done with the little decoration. Grab our scissors, snip up the yarn, pull it through, and weave in our ends, and you will have a cute little pumpkin, a little decoration. So here is the finished poster. Now a lot of people would suggest that you use cotton yarn, but for this tutorial I used 100% acrylic yarn. And the reason why people say to use cotton yarn is because cotton is a better absorbent material than acrylic yarn is. Another thing that I would suggest if you want to make your poster long lasting is to put felt on the back of it. And you can do that using glue, or if you just sew it on to the back of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial, and I will see you all next week. So goodbye.